Hello, my name is Anson and I am the founder of DevCrew.io. DevCrew, as the name suggests, is a development crew of software engineers. We build mobile apps, web apps, AI-based solutions, AR or VR-based experiences. We do a lot of work on the e-commerce sector as well. We have built several online stores and we are actively managing some of the online stores that we have already built. We also do a lot of work on the AI. We have built chatbots and AR and VR based experiences. We are about 5 years old and we have company offices in Singapore, in States and in Pakistan. So that's just a brief overview of the company. I will just go ahead and show you some of the past work that we have done because I believe the portfolio speaks louder than words, so let me just go ahead and show you some of the work that we have done so far. This is the sample app that we have built for one of our clients based in California. This is the app that helps you to improve in spiritual areas of your life. This app consists of several journeys and each journey has different paths. And each path consists of different steps that helps you to improve time and focus. So after you complete several steps, you can get rewards points, and the more points you earn, the more better you get in your spiritual life. So this app is basically a motivation to helps you stay motivated in your spiritual life. This is the Android version of the same app. The previous one was the for iOS one. This is another example of the work that we have done for a startup based in New York. This is basically a movie recommendation app. It shows you recommendation based on your taste. So when you install the app will ask you a bunch of questions. So based on your feedback, the algorithm determines your taste and then gives you recommendations based on what you like. So right now it gives you a recommendation for movies, for TV shows and for the radio shows. This is another example of the work that we have done for our client, again based in California. This is a digital Bible reader app. The way it is different than a lot of other readers available on the App Store is it comes with a lot of rich features. For example, you can just tap on a verse and it will show you all the contents attached to it. For example, audio lectures, the sermons, commentaries, the video contents, historical pictures. You can even see the historical pictures in a 3D view, and you can also see maps, so that will guide you to the history for a particular verse. So it also comes with reading preferences, so you can choose your preferred reading preferences. So you can view it in a night mode, in a daylight mode, or in a sepia mode. You can adjust the font sizes. The app also has different items available in the library, so you can download additional contents using in-app purchases. It also comes with different translations, so this is basically a marketplace where different publishers actually can submit the translations, and the translation becomes available after you have paid using the in-app purchase. This is another work that we have done for our client based in Western Australia. This is an app for tourists who wants to discover the surroundings and for the locals who want to rediscover what's happening around the area. This app provides you guided tours. So for example, if you want to visit a museum, you can install this app and the app will guide you through each and every step when you are even within the building. So this app has an indoor navigation feature, so it works pretty accurately even when we are navigating within a building. This is the Emoji app that we have built for our client in States. This is basically for a brand called Sugar Beer Hair. They basically sell hair vitamin online, and this app was basically to promote the brand and to increase the customer engagement. This app comes with around more than 200 emojis that their customers can use when they are chatting, so that way they can have customer engagement in a much better way. This is a sticker app for the same company that we have worked with. This is an example of the chatbot that we have built for Slack. I'm not sure if you are familiar. Slack is basically a chatting platform just like WhatsApp, but for professional needs. People use it for their office work. So this chatbot allows you to create a poll for the event. You can ask your team members for their preferred timing, and you can actually create voting. So this actually helps you to have a better team engagement. This is an example of the work that we have done on the web app. This is an online interactive portal that is for the children below age of 14 who wants to learn history lessons and the Bible lessons. The way it is different than a lot of other online courses available is that it comes with an interactive play. So when you listen to a video lecture, you will have to play an interaction like a game that will ask you certain questions, and by having a more interaction, the kid can actually learn in a much better way. So right now they provide courses on the history and on the Bible. This is the work that we have done for a startup. They actually provide services just like you can call it an Uber for laundry. So you can install the app and you can place an order, and the company team members will come and collect your clothes and will deliver back after providing the service. This also allows you to track your order. So yeah, in short, just like an Uber for laundry service. This is the example that we have done on the website. The way it is different than a lot of other websites we have built is it comes with a lot of microsites. So this particular example is for a school, and they have about 40 branches in states, and they have 40 individual websites for each branch. So they can actually manage all of their sites using a single portal. So this is the work that we have done on managing different microsites using a single dashboard. This is another example of the work that we have done for a startup based in New York. They actually provides a web portal where they can have the team members engagement. It's actually a private community, so you can only get an access when you sign up, and this actually helps you to have more team engagement within your company. Now, let me also show you some of the work that we have done on the e-commerce side. This is an example of the online store that we have built for our clients who provides safety products. We have built this store from this scratch, and they have a good number of products they are selling, and they have huge traffic coming to the website every day. This is another example of the work we have done on e-commerce. This particular client, they sell cleaning products. So yeah, again, some work on the e-commerce. So yeah, that was all about the portfolio work that we have done so far. I would also like to share our process, how we actually do this, how we actually build these products, and what is our development process. So when we are building a software, we do work in an agile framework, which means instead of having a one final product after a long period of time. We do it in an iterative manner, which means normally after every 2 weeks we release a smaller, release after small iterations, and after every iteration we released a build that client can actually test and give a feedback, because we think that by having a more feedback not just from the client but also from initial group of beta testers, we can improve our product a lot. So when we're working in Agile, it normally consists of a team members, which involves a person from the client side, which is a person from the client side who is a product owner, and a project manager from our side who acts as a Scrum Master, and then there is a team that actually does the development and the designing work. So before we actually start the development, what we do is we go through a discovery process. So for example, if you are a startup and you have a product idea that you want to build, what we do is initially we go through a discovery process. And during the discovery process, we actually rediscover your needs. We give them a visual form. We try to find each and every use case scenario, and we write down user stories, and after normally a 1 to 2 weeks period of time, when we complete our discovery process, we have a much better understanding of what we're going to build, and client can actually get a much better understanding of what sort of product he's going to have after the development. So yeah, this is mostly for a scenario when a startup just have an idea and they don't know exactly what they're going to do. So we help them refine the idea and build a product. So that's how it looks like after we complete the discovery process. We give it a visual identity, which is more of a user experience that you can say. It is not a final design, but actually helps our clients understand how the product is going to look like after the development. So after that, we start a development process, which actually consists of sprints. Each sprint normally consists of 2 weeks period, and during each sprint, we actually define set of tasks that we're going to achieve for our sprint. We do a sprint meetings with our clients, with our team members, and we make sure that the requirements are clear enough to achieve our goal for the next 2 weeks. We don't plan at once for our goal what we're going to achieve after a few months, but instead we focus on our smaller goals for every 2 weeks, and by that we actually promote the agile process that we have. It actually helps us to make changes during the development process as well. So it's pretty flexible. We believe that quality is a great element when we are building a software product. So apart from having a different KOL process, we also make sure that each line of code that we write is a quality code. So in order to make sure that we actually have code reviews done by the peers and the team members. So every time a developer writes a code, it gets reviewed by another team member. We have a great KOA process because we make sure that great products always need to go through a proper quality assurance mechanism in order to make sure that the product works fine and smooth. So what we do is we follow the test-driven development approach, which means that we write code to test how good the system is. So we automate things on KOA side as well. We do a lot of other testings like the regression testing. For example, if you have fixed a certain bugs, it might have introduced a regression on other components within a product. So we make sure that it doesn't include regression whenever we are doing the bug fixes. We do a black box testing just like a normal user, just to make sure that it's all look good from a end user perspective. So for the black box testing, we actually perform testing much like a end user when they are using the app. and then we measure different impact values it can create on the different components of a product. And then we also check user acceptance testing, means which of the issues will be acceptable by a user, and what is the priority, what is the probability of occurrence, which bug occurs more frequently, so the bugs that does not happen quite often normally has a low priority during the development. So that's how we make sure that our QA process is smooth enough in order to build a great product. That is how a normal development line looks like when we are building a product. So it starts with, as I mentioned, with the discovery phase 1, followed by visual identity, and then a few sprints in the development. So development timeline can actually vary depending upon the product we are building. It can go from 4 to 10 weeks to maybe like 20 or 30 weeks depending upon the product that we are building. So it all depends on the requirements. And before we deploy our product, we do a proper thorough testing of our overall system, and we spend some time doing the bug fixes as well, and at the final step we do a production deployment. So that's all about our company. If you have any further queries, you can reach out to me anytime on my email, Hassan@devcrew.io. You can also contact my partner, Amir@devcrew.io. We are located very close from SCCI office at Anson Road, and we have our company offices in States and in Pakistan as well. So just in case you have any queries, you can always reach out to me over the email. Thank you very much.